Yeah. So you mentioned micro-targeting before. Tell me a little bit about your thoughts on micro-targeting when it comes to recruiting.
Well, from the employer perspective, obviously people have to have subject matter expertise, no matter what the job is, no matter what, I happen to live in the legal space, but, in any industry, they have to have a certain level of expertise. But what are the other traits? Are they team players? Are they people that are motivated to become more? I dropped a video on LinkedIn last week on workflow. Everybody is worried about workflow. It's not getting done, and the older generation say my people are never available via email at 4:30 on a Friday when I send them a piece of work. And my response was, that's your fault, because if it's everything is a five-alarm fire at 4:30 on a Friday, and they get the email that you forwarded from the client who sent it to you on Tuesday, they're going to say, what are you doing in my life? If you manage your workflow a little better, then as you micro target new employees in your recruiting, you can tell them, this is the experience you're going to have here. We're going to stick to it. We're not going to blindside you with work at the 11th hour. Yeah, there's always something, that a client is going to need the next day and all of that. But as a normal course of the way we do business, we're not interested in doing that. We communicate better. So as firms recruit, you really want people that buy into that. I know we're going to talk a little later about culture and everything like that. And it really does tie into that. From the candidate perspective, why wouldn't you want to work for a firm or a company that reflects your personal values? And they could be values, about how you get your work accomplished, what the reporting structure of your job is. It could be things like that. It could be esoteric things like, I like the office space that we have that has more plants and windows, and I have a defined workspace. One of the things that um, I find that Gen Z asks me about, do I have my own office? And companies and firms, they blanch at that, and they're like, what do you mean they want their own office? They're going to be on TikTok all day? And I tell them, no, that what this generation wants to do, they want to do their work and then they want to go home. So they want to focus. That's really what they want. And you have to learn to trust them to do that.